Hi, my name is Bob Gersh with East Coast Capital. And today we're going to start off with a phone call that I received the other day. And the question on the other end of the phone was, what's the current rate? Well, that's the small question with a long answer. Some people think they can just arbitrarily look on a computer and see what 30-year rates are. But the reality within that question is this a conventional loan? Is this an FHA loan? Is this a VA loan? What type of equity do you have in your property? What do your ratios look like? What's your credit scores? Goes on and on. What's the purpose? Are you doing a refinancing? You're looking to take any cash out? Is it just to lower the rate? Is it to lower the payment? So when someone says, what's the current rate? That is a tough question. It's like going to the doctor and saying, I have a pain in my left toe. Well, are you the right kind of doctor? Do you need a foot doctor or a regular doctor, or do you need a surgeon or a pain management doctor? What kind of doctor? And they'll take lots of information. They'll take your history. So it happens to be that I know the person that called, and I've sat with them previously, and I know enough about their history to give a general answer. That's what I did. And basically the answer was, it was a certain type of loan. Well, I already surmised. And they had done refinancing not too long ago, and their interest rate was pretty much the same as I could get them today, knowing a lot of the facts. So facts are important. History is important. And what I would suggest, because no matter who you call, no matter what you see published, these days a lot of it's online, not as much in the newspaper, that the terms and conditions can vary depending on your history, your information, your objectives. And rather than saying what is the current rate, you could say, I am looking to potentially refinance my existing mortgage. The purpose is to be able to take some cash out to pay off some credit cards. Or I'm looking to refinance my existing mortgage and I'm looking to just lower my rate. Or I'm looking to lower my payment that I make each month. Those are all different objectives and all different strategies. And the actual interest rate is going to be based on understanding what you're looking to do and then gathering information, potentially documents, and looking at your current credit report, looking at what kind of liquid resources you have in the bank, where your income is coming from, and many other questions to give you a legitimate, honest answer. It is a case of gathering the documents. So if you're looking to do something yesterday, you should have already done it. If you're looking to do something in the real near future, then you should start the process of having the conversation, find out what documents you need to gather those, get those to us, and at that point we can proceed to calculate out what the numbers look like. There's no cost or obligation at this point, and we can be able to evaluate what's happening. Based on that initial evaluation, we can determine, does it make sense to get a pre-approval before you go through and do an appraisal and other functions and spend any money out of pocket. So there is a process, there is a procedure, and we would get back to you rather quickly with some answers, but there'd be valid answers that are related to your situation, which you could get. not what the generalistic number is for the average for the last 30 days or 2 days or whatever from whatever agency reports that kind of information. That's nice, but that's like having, a family of four or a family of two, and the average is 3.2 or 3.3 or 3.4 members of a family. Well, I've never met a 0.2, 0.3, or 0.4 member of a family. I've met people with 2 people in the family, 3 people, or 4 people in the family, more or less, but not a point something, which the averages relate to. So the average is not you. The average is a general number, which when it comes down to, oh yeah, that's the number, but because you're only putting down or have 5% equity in the property, because you don't have 20% and you're required to do mortgage insurance, or you're doing an FHA loan, or you're doing a VA loan, or it's a jumbo loan. Lots of pieces of the pie. So don't expect us to be able to guess. And if you do get someone just answers and gives you a number and you don't really know them and they don't know your complete details, be cautious. It's easy to give you a number and then later on say, well, because of this, the number changed. If you're going to move forward on something, move forward on good information. But you can't move forward on that good information unless you've provided good information to start off with. So the answer is, you tell us what's your number, and we will confirm that number once you've given us enough information. So this is Bob Gersh with East Coast Capital. And yes, I am available in Central Florida, the villages and surrounding area, potentially in person, depending on your situation, and certainly through the internet, through a Zoom conversation, through our websites and other social media. We'd be more than pleased to give you information. Again, Bob Gersh, East Coast Capital, 352-561-3096. Let's talk about your number, your real number, not a made up number. So the real number is what we're trying to get to. And again, Bob Gersh, East Coast Capital, 352-561-3096. And hope you're doing well. Hope your family is well. And is there anything I can do for you in figuring out what's your objective and what your numbers are, and if it makes sense to go forward and in what manner? I'm here for you. And hopefully at some point, we'll see each other around the closing table on a new house purchase or refinance, or just to gather information, just to keep in touch with what's going on in the world. Again, Bob Gersh, East Coast Capital. Have a good day. Have a good weekend.